Hey Hunters, HaloZoo here with another Prehistoric Kingdom all-in-one park video as we continue building this park that lags the hell out of me. It's only if I look here that my frames drop more. Yeah. So sauropods, really, that area is really dropping my frames. Okay, so anyway, uh, we're doing the other 5 hadrosaurid species that have yet to be included, including the 2 Parasaurolophus, Tyrannosaurus, Muttaburrasaurus, and Tyrannosaurus. So that one's going to be fun. Yeah, that's the only thing to do is go in and start planning everything out. So I like how they show Tyrannosaurus on that. They really should show this one. Good old dusky skin. 30%, 30%, 30%. So they don't like to be in big crowds. Okay. I'm thinking 6 maybe is fine. Especially for this stupid thing. I do not like Cerdo cristatus. So this one is our, as I recall, I put it in wetland. It's wetland tropical. Not a bad combination. I think it's actually one of the more interesting ones that I think fits very well. I like plants and fruit, of course. So, and they live right here, of course. So this one is going to be, water is going to be over here. So let's zoom in and get started. I guess it doesn't actually matter what we do, but let me give them a bit of a wetland area. There we go. It feels about right to me, at least. Make sure this is very much a wetland, because I do like tropical, and actually reminds me, I'm gonna have to mark the tropical carefully, because with this, because the tropical and wetland grass kind of blend together at times. I can give him a jungle here. I'll mark it by substrate. There we go. Yeah, I think that's fine. Go back to wetland. Go to mud. There we go. Yeah, it works. So that brings us to last question. How big is this thing? Let's compare to the fence. It's not very big, so I think we can get away with a medium even. Yeah, this one. Yeah, that'll fit him. Yeah. Every time I forget angle snap. There we go. Definitely noisy, but oh well. Hmm. All right. That, oh, that's almost completely covered. I like it. Okay, anyway. Oh, that's covered. That is a... I really like this. Yeah. Perfect. Now then, hmm. So, okay, we're gonna close that out. Now what we're gonna do is I'm I'm gonna deal with the wetland area. $20 meter, 20, I think is gonna be fine. Or 40 meter, 10%. No. You know what? We're gonna 5 meter brush. Plant enough trees to make sure it's like, it's definitely verdant, but not like too crazy maybe. I say as I make a dense canopy over there. I wish this tried to be more balanced with where it's planting like big and small plants in an area. Where it's like, oh, I've got a bunch of like small stuff here. I'm gonna plant something big, and then, or it's like, oh, there's a bunch of big stuff here, something small, you know. Not a fan of that one. Getting plants there. That's a bit nicer. Not a fan of that one. Hmm. There we go. I think that's good then. There we go. lush and verdant marsh. And now it's time for the big deal. The tropical. Actually, I do not want to do this yet. Let's actually work from the ground up. Because for one, I need to get... Well, first let's get the ground cover down. Because that's actually kind of important to do now. While it's blank. So I see what's substrate or not. Okay, so then if we zoom in, give it 10 meters, I think. There we go. There we are. There we go. Okay, anyway, so let's start developing our forest floor. Like 30 meter 20 ground cover. $15.10. There we go. Okay, I think that's good. Good setup for this. Then we're going to go into trees mode. Selects everything but bendy palms. And our K-pokes. In terms of tall stuff. And go with 20 meter 10%. 30 meter 15. Just as a, you know, good starting point. We'll pull it back down to 15-10%. Make sure you've got a nice selection of trees out there. There we go. And then we go to the K-pokes. And make sure there's plenty of them all throughout. Especially the taller varieties. Oh, this is dropping my FPS, but oh well. Looks nice enough. And I think all it needs now is the food and enrichment that will make this actually livable. We'll make this the fruit, because I think it fits, having the fruit feeder in the jungle. Boop. And select them all. Oh, not a Alaskan Tyrannosaur, Mr. Nanook. Not even an Alaskan species. But yeah, the colors are great. It's just, I don't like that crest, I'll be honest. I get it's what their actual crest was like, but doesn't change the fact that I do not like it. Okay, now it's time for Tyrannosaurus. What is actually shown here. I do gotta say, this one, yeah, he does not like forest at all. Which is a shame, because he actually has a really nice selection of biomes to play with in tropical, wetland, coastal. Really, the only, like, flaw with it is, of course, bendy palms are a thing, which I absolutely despise. Okay, just look at these things. I also just realized these have varied heights, actually. Cool, but still bendy palms. Which are also in scrubland, as I recall. And I'd say the scrubland are... they're bushier, but bendy palms must die. That's one of 3 things I would have removed. This palm, and a certain Dinokairos skin. That, yeah, shall ever live in infamy as just plain horrendous. So, trying to think. Trying to think of what I want. Did Tyrannosaurus had? No, I didn't care about coastal. But I kind of want to focus on coastal for Walker Eye. I'm actually going to double check what biomes did Parawalkeri. Dusky skin. Temperate coastal. Yeah. So this is definitely my favorite palette to work with for the Parasaur Carano designs, but I'm going to paint with tropical grass, because why not? But, I think I'm a smaller wetland this time. Which we're going to define as Like, here. I just had to check something on my phone real quick. There we go. Okay. And we'll have a coastal area like here. So then their shelter will be over here, which I think I can get away with. Well, maybe, I don't know. How big are they? They're just barely too big for medium, dang it. I really hope they update the animal shelter prefabs, because we really do need something better. But, oh well. Let's move this way a bit. Hmm. Tropical grass. Extend a little further into the wetlands. There we go. There we are. That's good. Hmm. So we're gonna have to... No, I want... What would it look like if I did... Yes. You gotta plant many, many ferns, but I'm actually liking this aesthetic a bit more. But why is this not going up to the fence anymore? I don't think it was... This goes out more. I think it's just a problem with how temperate it is. But, oh well. It's working, I guess, but... Let's go with 20 meters 10. Nah. 30 meter 10, maybe. Once again, it's just... No. What if I go with this? 20 meter 10? Yeah, that's... Hmm. Yeah, 5 meters. These like randomly tall redwoods. Because we need to make sure we get a good amount of towering redwoods. For this, that's alright, I guess. Yeah, it'll work. And then go over to tree fern, just all the ferns, I guess, and then let's do this. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, except the wetlands. There we go. Okay. So of course we need to go hyperdense. Make sure you get rid of anything directly in the water. Which is actually nothing here. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit better. Okay. So then we... No, no. I want that, but no others. There we go. Okay. That should be good. Sorry I'm not being the most talkative today. But, you know, that's just the way this series has always been. With how I'm able to do it. Because, you know, sometimes you do get very focused. But I have been really happy with this series. It's, you know, it's calm. It's laid back. Definitely. And it's in a great game compared to some other videos I've done. But, you know, sometimes it's just part of the fun is playing a game that's just, you know, it's good. Gotta call it a comfortable game with some great mechanics and, you know, nothing too jank or garbo. I think everything works solidly enough where there's no, like, outliers in terms of, oh gosh, this is, like, one thing is very awful to play or something. Which you do get occasionally. I'm just gonna grab all the ground cover plants. Just gonna grab all of these this time. Start painting our jungle floor with ground cover. There we go. Okay, that's our ground cover foundation. Then we're gonna grab not that. I'm gonna grab all of these. I'm gonna even grab that one. And a few big cave oaks. Okay, that's good. And then grab this. And really start working on that big canopy. Okay, there we go. And then... Not that one. Can we give a slide around there? There we go. I think that's... That's good. Oh gosh, the lag. Oh boy, we're dropping to 3 FPS again. Lovely. Oh, we are in single-digit FPS. Yeah, about what I expect. I mean, this game, as good as it is, it's really unoptimized sometimes. But, I mean, to be fair, in this case at least, I'm really pushing this game further than one might call wise. At times, which, I mean, you know, it's just how I play this game. In my opinion, it's just natural that sometimes you just end up really pushing a game to the limits. But we now have our Tyrannosauruses ready to be released. That one... I don't know what it is about him, but he looks way more colorful. I think he's a deeper color, but he's very freaking bright. Though maybe it's just the other guy is just light. I think, yeah, he's way paler. That's interesting. But I mean, in the wild, he's not getting mates. Somebody's not getting laid. And as much as I like Walker Eye's design, I don't like that they have temperate. And yeah, so water's over here. So this is where the wetland is. This is where the home is. But I might change things up. So this is going to be another 6er. Because I don't really like a lot of crowding. Alright. And I feel like the crest could be a bit more colorful here. And I do think they should do a pass over, like, oh, hey, let's make these animals have a bit, like, more distinctive, like, some better skin design. I think that would be nice, just because, some dinos I feel like could use more pronounced sexual dimorphism, especially ceratopses and hadrosaurs, I think, or at least the crested hadrosaurs, should definitely have a lot more sexual dimorphism, in my opinion, where it's more pronounced and they're more colorful in the males. Like, Walkeri here, these should have very, at least in my opinion, the males should have very colorful crests. Because I think it would look wonderful. Because this isn't something I do often. I think I'm going to actually... I'm going to have their house be the temperate part. Because why not? I mean, it's one of the few chances I have to do this, and then... Like, let's just talk about here, maybe? Like... I don't know. I need a house here, so maybe... There. I also need to double check their height. How tall are they compared to these fences? They are just under it, so I think I can get away in the medium house even, which is nice. That is enclosures of itself. Here we go. So what we're gonna do... Remove all autumnal trees. This thing goes so freaking wide. It's ridiculous. There we go. Okay. That completes that bit of this. I feel like they also need to really update the temperate biome, because I don't know what it is about temperate. I never really enjoy using it. This doesn't strike me as cool, ever. And I think one thing that would really shoot it up would be better ground cover. Like, maybe not have stuff that's just, like, freaking covers everything in the world. Would be nice. Yeah. Yeah, it works. So let's get the terrain part over with. Smooth 15mm brush. Yeah, this is... it's alright. I mean, then again... didn't really expect much out of this exhibit, anyway. Because, like, it's already... like, it's already including a... pretty bad... biome in temperate, so... it's got that going against it already. I think it needs a bit more. Boop. There we go. I think that's good. Now then. There we go. There we are. So now we can get all the ground cover from the wetlands and I think a 15-meter 10%. Get it a bit denser, especially around the pond. I'm sure all of it's, you know, pretty dense, but I want that pond especially to be dense. And I also forgot to do tree removal, so... any trees that are way too close to the water get removed. So we can unclutter this forest. There we go. That's enough to declutter this. Give us a nice solid pond area to work with. And now we can do the coastal area. It's going to be a bit different because we're going to go 10% 30 meter, but with the tall redwood, and then get a nice big redwood area. Only the tall redwood. One is here. And here. Okay, that leaves a pretty big gap, so we're gonna... And then we're gonna select all the other trees. Which actually I think lets me get away with 20 meter, I think. Let's hope. And then... $10 meter 50%, I think, is going to be good. There we go. Okay. How's this looking? Pretty good, I think. Oh, hello, autosave. I'm satisfied with this, I think. Now then, I need to... Oh. Wait for the lag of autosave. Hello? Yeah. I have to make sure it's good, but... It is looking pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. So... That is going to let us go to the next phase, which is getting the food and water in. I think I'll have fruit there. Basic vegetation here. Fruit mode. Boom. There we go. Yeah, it's actually all good now. Okay. And then we can go over to here for enrichment and get ice blocks. Place like here, here, here. It's actually kind of there. And there. That did not. There. Yeah, it's good. Yep. There we are. We're ready for our 6 Paralophosaurus Walkeri. And these guys are looking nice. And I'll say, they do look really nice in game. I think the crest could be more colorful, but oh well. The rest of the coloration, I think, is actually pretty good. For like a more plain animal, at least. But and of course, they got the lovely forest I've provided them, which I think has turned out really well, all things considered. Zoom out, go over here, and we're ready for our last 3, which are both going to involve grassland. So don't have to worry too much about the ground cover that is down on the ground here. So this is going to be Muttaburrasaurus. And we're going to finish with Ouranosaurus, because definitely push that to the end because it's a 4 biome animal here. Which one do I want to use? Do we use Billabong? I want to use Mookite. Yeah, I think I like Mookite the most. These guys like being a bit more crowded, so I'm going to do 10. And preliminary Ouranosaurus, 12 maybe. But anyway. Okay, Muttaburrasaurus. Let's go. This is grassland, tropical, wetland, right? I forgot to double check that. Don't mind me double checking myself. Yes. No coastal, but it's fine. We get that here. Because Tyrannosaurus, I think, probably has one of my favorite combos. Because the scrub might also be nice, but I don't know. Ultimately, I don't know. Actually, I need to check the size of these guys. They are under this height, so that does mean we can go medium shelter. So we're going to put the wetland marked by mud here. So the wetland would extend from like here-ish. So this is our like wetland. And we're definitely gonna have the that actually means I can use tropical, because I'm gonna put the grassland in the middle. If we're doing that, then I can just sandwich the grassland grass between the tropical and wetland grass, because they, while next, well, yeah, yeah, there we go. So you have a more open area here, though I think I'm going to try for a kind of well-covered area, but, you know, it still has all the... But anyway, I'm actually going to have it... like that, and... might even use... Nah, small, I think it's too small. There we go. Okay. That's good. And this will let me... do my dense tropical bordering. Yeah. I mean, you know, honestly, I think all the biomes could use more foliage types, but I do think that at the very least, I think there is a genuine sense that they've actually done a really good job in general with making a lot of these plants, like, because I think my main complaints are some, like, tropical, I think, needs more in-betweens for, like, between K-Poke and, well, everything else in tropical. Because I think K-Poke tends to be very much a, very tall type of tree. I actually... I don't know, it hasn't turned out half bad. This is where their fruit's gonna be, so... I think there's just so much foliage, it's hard to get anything particular. But... yeah, I'm gonna expand this out a bit. Leads us over to here. Extend the grass. Area over to here. There we go. That is for our Martyrsaurus. It's a ridiculously dense jungle, but I honestly think that looks pretty nice. All things considered, of course. Then we go over to wetland. We got the mud. 15 years now. There we go. Okay. There's the Muttaburrasaurus marshland. What will happen if I, like... Yeah, that's... not what I expected, but what if I don't know, did like 20%? 20% maybe? That's a more well-forested area, that's for certain. Yeah, that actually does look pretty nice. 10 meter, 10% on the edge here. Make sure we get more foliage where it matters, I think. And we just delete these two trees. Over here, and then... Bam! Marshland. Okay, and then the grassland portion... This is going to be interesting, because... What happens if I also did, like... Yeah, I think ultimately I kind of want to, like... do trees and ground cover separate. Or not, actually. There we go. Yeah, I think all I need now is just more grasses. Some of the tarwarts, but get like a more grassy feel to it. There we go. Yeah. So now you got a very verdant grassland. Almost ready for some Muttaburrasauruses. So we're putting basic vegetation here. Fruit here. And then ice blocks, like here, 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 and here. And then we can release our 10 Muttaburrasauruses. There we go. It's definitely weird seeing him with like a more crest-like nasal structure after walking with dinosaurs, but it works, you know? But definitely a beautiful animal. Not the fanciest, but I think they're actually pretty cool. With that little nose. So there we go. Ouranosaurus. And now on to the fun one, which... yeah, grassland, tropical, wetland, coastal. Which is an exciting combination. But unfortunately, that does mean we're fitting 4 biomes in one enclosure, which we haven't done since here. Which is going to be interesting, because I gotta figure... I think what I can do is put tropical and wetland next to each other. Because I kind of want the grassland to be bigger. And I definitely want coastal to be bigger. So I think coastal, like... let's segregate this as I want it. I think we put coastal down here. So let's like say this is coastal. For Rhinoceros. Wetland is here. Which is a small wetland. Small marsh area where the water is. But then we also get a tropical section here. Oh, no. Mud. And we go over to grassland. Boom. Okay, so there... actually want more tropical, I think. There. There we go. Okay, that's good. Water. Boom. And then... yeah, I'll make it work. Definitely making it work. Do I even put the K-pokes in? Or at least the tall ones. Oh no, Monosaurus did not like fruit. Neither does Tyrannosaurus, actually. Hmm. Yeah, we're going for spectrum. Because spectrum's cool. But before I forget to actually revert it. No, that's not what I want. Like this. That needs to be just plants. Because I forgot. Tyrannosaurus is freaking weird. They just like plants. But let me actually check their height. Yeah, these guys are small, so I can get away with the medium shelter. Which is awesome. Always nice when you get a smaller shelter in these smaller enclosures. There we go. Okay. So let's just put that there. There we go. Nice. And then we're going to go... I actually want to be very careful with this. I think what I'm going to do is actually go into ferns mode. Fern and tree fern mode, of course. Make sure we got plenty of both. To mark where our coastal region even is. So it's clear that, hey, this is our coastal segment. As there's all the ferns and tree ferns. And then I can actually paint the grass here the proper type. Yep, that's good. Now I want to make sure I get... Boop. There we go. And now... Hmm. Okay, anyway. I think that's fine, actually. I just need... Let's do this. There we go. That leads us into here. There we go. Okay. Now let's worry about wetland area, I guess. Hmm. Yeah, that's... That's gonna be really hard to work around. Because there's not really a better way of, like... Well, here, let's... Let's just carefully plant a bunch of trees. Um... Let's go to 5 meters. This gives us random enough plant placement. But sadly, I don't think it varies as much as I would like it to, because, like, right here, it's planting a lot of those freaking mangroves. There we go. Yeah, it'll do. Then select everything but those trees. And then go crazy with the ground cover. Sure, everywhere is verdant, but make sure we really get there. There we go. Drops my FPS a lot, but oh well. You know, I think it's actually the guests causing a lot of trouble. At least now. Yeah. I think it is actually the guests that are real. Oof. Oof. I mean, trouble was expected, but we're gonna persevere. Okay, yeah. Get the guests out of view and FPS goes up. Okay. There we go. Anyway. We're also going to work... we're going to paint our tropical region. Because we can't actually paint this grass as well. Because with the wetland marked, we've got everything we need. Marked down at least. There we go. All the delicate stuff dealt with. And... bam! Okay, Gonna be 20%. See what happens. Actually, I'm gonna go 10 meter 20%. See what this does. Hmm. 30%? Oh yeah, that's really freaking dense. But it's beautiful though. Voila! Small jungle, but it works. We go all the way down to 10% and just plant now. Big K-poke here and here, I think. I think we also need one here. And here. As well as here? Yeah. There we go. That's fine. There we go. And now it's off to the grassland. Okay, so anyway, 20 meter 10% maybe? Nah. Maybe. Mm. Yeah, no. There we go. Yeah, I think that gives it a nice enough design. (15 meter 30). There we go. Okay. Let's look at. Looks good. Okay, now it's time to make sure the Tyrannosaurus has food and everything it needs to stay healthy and happy, you know. Plants. And then let's get some fruit blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And our last animal here is ready to be deployed. Track it. Bam. Wait, is that it's not melanistic. It's just a female. Looks dark, but oh well. And the Tyrannosauruses looking nice in their jungle, which is freaking thick, but oh well, it works. Well, this has been the part 2 for the hadrosaurs of Prehistoric Kingdom's all-in-one zoo. Hope you all have enjoyed this. I've certainly enjoyed making it to share. May not be the most popular series in the world, but oh well. Could do better, but, you know, I try. And any content's better than none, I guess. But anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed this. And if you did, and want to follow along for when I get to theropods in the next part, as we get to the last 2 parts, which is going to be interesting, because I don't know what I'm going to do when, but when that time comes around, like and subscribe to stay in tune for that. And without further ado, I'll see y'all next time! HaloZoo out!